Welcome back to another video. Today's discussion video is uh so uh of course, as you guys know, the season is about to end on March 8th, or I think that's what it says. Returns tickets on March 8th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, what exactly is going on? Well, let's start off with the basic leaks and what I'm going to talk about. So, first of all, foremost, I'm just going to basically go off my discussion and how it's like going to go from chapter 5 from chapter 5 season 1 to chapter 5 season 2. So, as currently we still don't have an official map change, the new map change that will be coming out in the next while. But the biggest thing for chapter 5 will be introduced of a new type of a new type of I guess basically a new type of way of thinking things. So what I mean is that there are going to be a lot of changes into the future, and I have some basic retrospect of what I have in mind. So I'm just going to go over here to the map itself. So as currently the chapters 5's season one's live event, there's going to be a giant hand appearing on the map. Now it's going to be probably somewhere right here, or I think somewhere around here somewhere. So as currently the map itself hasn't been changed, so it's going to be right there, and it's going to, or somewhere around here. I don't know where it's going to be, but it's going to be around there or somewhere over here, somewhere close to the ruined reels. And as I know, is that you have to work as a team to basically destroy or break the chain of the Pandora, the box, the Pandora's box, or Pandora. Because I know a lot of people are gonna say it's Pandora. My dad's like, that's not how you spell it. But if you don't know what Pandora's box is, or the Pandora box, Pandora's box is a metaphor for something that brings about great troubles or misfortunes, but also holds hope. Basically, anything to do with probably Pandora's box is something to do with what it is. So we don't know what it is exactly, but we do know it's like something like that has all the mythics and magic and ancient magic and things like to do with Pandora's box itself. But it's like a giant. So in the actual lore behind the Pandora's box, there's also an anime. Oh yeah. Oh wow, this is a really interesting anime. The interesting thing is that I'll read more of this. Pandora, blah, 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 but also holds hope. In Greek mythology, Pandora's box was a gift from the gods to Pandora, the first woman on Earth. It contained all the evils of the world, which were released when Pandora opened the box. Pretty much. That's so. In the actual behind the actual lore, there's a new character in the called named Odyssey, and I believe that her name is going to be called the first name of Pandora, or Odyssey for what matter. I don't know why every character always puts Pandora always. I don't know why, but it just seems like. Now, the biggest thing that we know so far is that there are quite a few skins that would probably get released, and quite a few skins that will get released in next season. So, first skin that I'm going to mention is the Cerberus or Cerberus, or I think I can just call him Cerberus or Cerberus, because he's like uh, the three-headed wolf, pretty much. So we know for a fact because he was hinted at in the loading screen, and he's also on one of the leaked survey skins. Also, there's also another skin, uh, supposedly is looks like one of the Titans, or maybe even one of the version of um, basically, he's like this galaxy. It kind of reminds me a lot like Kapov in Star Rail because of the fact that he has like those floating hands, and Kapov in Star Rail he has floating hands. So and then he looks like something like that. Then of course there are some other skins that I was like it's describing. Then I thought, oh, there might be Hades. Now, some people, there was another skin that looks like Hades, but however, it doesn't look like Hades, like the actual real Hades, because Hades has more of a, not like, when you look, there's like the skin that has like three arms, and then he has like this kind of like three arms, and with, he has like a, kind of like let me show you what I'm talking about. You know the chapter five, the oh man, it was like a long time ago. The chapter I think it was like uh, one of the crew pack skins. I can't remember which one it was, but it was one of the crew packs. Yeah, it was this skin, but imagine with green arms and pretty much like kind of reminds me of Mayan God or something like that. I don't know why, but a lot of people insinuate that might be Hades. But however, the thing is, like when I looked at him, it doesn't look like Hades because Hades has more of a demonic look to him because he's the ruler of the underworld, pretty much. And there's a skin that looks ominously resembles of Hades because of the fact that so he kind of looks like this kind of looks like Surtur from a little bit like Surtur, but with like orange slash like fiery looking like a kind of like a devil almost, and he looks very like Hades. Like he just looks so like Hades itself. So yeah. Um. Now we're going to continue on. There are quite another one. There's also another skin in this skin that looks kind of similar to Ares. Also, because he kind of looks like has this, or it could be Alexander. I don't know. He looks more like a Roman kind of style, but he could be also Alexander. He could also be Ares. I don't know. Next is we also have this. I'm not sure this looks like Athena, but I'm not sure if it looks like Athena because Athena has more like a warrior instead of so she could be the goddess of love. I don't know. I don't see her. Then we also have another character in the now this skin was leaked a while ago. It was sort of like this llama like demon like a hellhound almost. He looks like a hell like he almost looks like a hellhound. Uh, and his design like has like this like hellhound ish type of character. So and then we also have another character kind of looks like a character like almost like a Lantean or like these skins were like some like it's on Fortnite.gg and maybe we might see some of these skins that haven't been released for a while. Then we got this eagle type of character has like some wings. A lot of people insinuate that this might be her like not Hermes. Who's that other character? I can't remember. My dad mentioned about it. Uh, who's the father? Who's the son of the? Oh man, I can't remember his name. It was not Icarus. It was something else. Oh, I'm gonna talk about Icarus a little bit later. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of Icarus, but I don't know. Also, but then we have also another character that looks very similar to like Medusa, because of the way she's like dressed. Like she has like this kind of like Medusa. She has like purplish slash slightly tanned skin, and then with a more like a snake like character. So it kind of reminds me of Medusa. So yeah. We're gonna take a look at some more skins. There were another skin a while ago. We also have Athena or Odyssey. There's a skin, the survey skins. If you look up one of the survey skins, there's like a character named Odyssey, and she's like Athena. But then we also got the Sun Golden guy. I'm not sure. This might look. It kind of reminds me of Apollo, but I don't know. He doesn't look like very Greek. Like he doesn't have that Greek god kind of style itself. But I could be wrong. And then we got another guy, kind of the guy I was talking before. But the problem is, like, his skin doesn't look like anything like his skin does look like Greek goddess, like Greek god. I must call it goddess. But he's more like I don't know, something like random. I don't know. He looks like a random skin to me. Then there was another skin that looks like Artemis. A lot of people insinuate that because she's holding arrows and such forth. A lot of times people insinuate that, oh, it might be Artemis. But every time when we see that, oh, it's Artemis, you know, and it's just like, come on, guys, like, seriously. I'm just like looking at some skins that might look. There's also rumored about Hermes. There's also another character. I'm just looking at some of the skins that have been. There's also this moon. Like there's this character that looks very much like a Greek like goddess almost. It's one of the. It's like a very old skin, like a very long time ago skin that was leaked a while ago, called like the moon god skin, and she has like this kind of like almost crown looking like, and a lot of people insinuate that the what is called the chapter with this girl, right, having the exact same skin as the one from the leak survey. She definitely doesn't look like her because when I look at the leak survey, it looks quite different in the actual difference survey skins. So I'm just pointing out some skins that could potentially be in the next season's Battle Pass. We also saw another skin that was in the one of the survey skins where there's like this bull-like character and the Minotaur. Now, here's the thing. There is a Minotaur skin and or exists in Fortnite, but it's not a Minotaur you're referring to. I'm referring to the real, a real Minotaur. If you don't know what a real Minotaur is, it's basically like a giant bull-like thing. It's not one with like a mask and such forth. Like, I think that's what it's called. I think it's called a Minotaur or such forth. It's like a giant bull. Also, there's a character that's in the in the skin that looks honestly like Zeus. Like he looks like a mafia gang. Like because his like outfit and like he has a skull and then he has like some robotic eye and such forth. He kind of reminds me of like Midas, but with more luxurious style, so to speak. Because if you take a look at his like I mean I can't show you, but he's basically like he's almost like a version of Midas, but looks like Zeus itself, so to speak. So I talked about the Minotaur character. So we could possibly see a Minotaur slash Bull character. What do you want? It's more like a Minotaur because I know we have a Minotaur, but we don't actually have a real Minotaur like an actual one that looks like a giant bull, like an actual uh, like an animal and such for it. So um, yeah, it's just like saying like, there's like minotaurs and such for it. Because we do have a minotaur, but it's not really a minotaur. It's just a mini minotaur. It's not like an actual real minotaur. So we could possibly see a lot of related to certain skins that be getting released. I'm speculating that number one, we'll probably get a lot of Greek Greek mythology type of different beasts and creatures and all that kind of stuff. We might even get a bosses. One thing I really would like to see in Fortnite is, of course, the is like some kind of I don't know how to say this. Some kind of dragon, not an actual skin, but an actual dragon-like beast-like creature. And why I'm saying this is because we do have an actual. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know why this is not marked release. Um. So, huh? Okay. I'm just looking at Fortnite.gg. I'm a little bit surprised. I don't know who's operating the site itself, but we already have the tiger skin. There's literally a tiger skin. Let me show you the tiger skin, right? That we literally have the tiger already existing in Fortnite. Where is it? It's the yeah, it's this one. It's literally this skin. I don't know why Fortnite .gg. Who's ever? I know the fact that. Okay, if there's anyone listening on Fortnite.gg, anyone out there, just let you know that already have the tiger skin already existing. I don't know why, but there are a lot of skins that haven't been released yet, and for some reason it has already been released. They mark it doesn't release, but I don't know why, but it's already existing. Like right here, it's like the tiger skin. So even it has it even has the white tiger and like I'm just a little confused. I'm a little confused. Anyways, back to the video. I'm so sorry. So I'm just saying that we could possibly see a lot of Greek god mythology in the season itself. So we're gonna be looking at speculation and all that kind of stuff, and um, things like that. But now, as for the next thing I want to talk about, so let's talk about Greek gods and type of Greek gods that will come in next season. Is talking about the possibility of some of the quests. There is possibly a new type of quest called there's a quest that's in the from a leak. It was on Reddit where there was these precious stones slash minerals, and I thought the minerals kind of look like uh, jade, like a jade or some kind of type of stones that like precious stones or things like that. Now, as you probably don't know, jade and anything to do with emerald or special those types of stones are special to a lot of people because it was considered back then. People would consider if you were ever wear anything that's precious, like a precious metal. Basically, if you think of the king or anyone like that would wear a crown and then they have a whole bunch of stones around special precious metals and such, like precious minerals. For example, jade is also a really expensive metal, not mineral. Lapis, ruby, any of those stones or minerals or gems, I guess you might say, are considered the most precious because of the fact that they produce almost like a starry look to it. Because it's been used for many years, and it's also been used to basically well, because as you know, my mom and a lot of women, okay, always when they see anything like have a precious like nowadays men don't really wear anything like I know a few men that wear special jewelry. My brother wears special jewelry, but not as much. Like some people may wear jewelry like silverware or such forth. Like my brother wears earrings and such forth, like to look like bling bling, you know. It's like been passed down for many many years. Like people always want to wear like special like nose piercings and to look cool, and they always have like these little piercings around their ears. And I mean that's fine. Uh, some people like their nose pierced like and such forth, but I don't really like those type of things. Um, but that's why a lot of times people always like the anything to do with like precious like minerals are always been passed down for many many years. You know, like for me, if I ever had a precious metal, I want it as a necklace or something like that, like a special gem or something like that. Um, but yeah, it's like a tradition to offer like something to your loved ones or your anything to do with like love, affections, maybe something to do with physical relationship or anything like that. It's been, back in ancient Greek, they used to do that all the time. And maybe uh, it was actually, that's why there's like quests about that because, because anything to do with like precious metals would show you of your ranking or maybe like prove yourself that you are worthy of this challenge and such forth. So things like that would be considered like maybe that's why we have the Odyssey quests where we have to prove ourselves to become worthy of the gods self, pretty much. And you know, so I'm speculating that we'll probably get a lot of skins related to Greek gods. I'm really excited. Uh, will I be playing it? Maybe. I don't know. I'm just like depending on the actual current circumstances. I'm a little busy right now because I'm working with my dad outside with the woodwork, getting my muscles working, and yeah, it's just like really busy. Uh, but as of course I will be playing it once in a while. Um, I just have to take a look at the season itself, and like I'll have to schedule like what time will it be like of like playing the game or not. We'll see. But as currently right now, I will try my best to do things. Um, Another thing is also let's talk about the so all we know is that there are going to be goddesses and gods appearing. Um, Now, as for the map itself, I'm not sure if there's going to be any map changes. Maybe small little map changes. But the problem is with a lot of map changes, it's always like very small. Like if you remember in chapter 4, they always add new pieces to the map. And I don't know about this map. Maybe things will start appearing above the ground and such forth. As for these map changes, once the Pandora box opens, there's gonna be storms, lightning, tornadoes, superstorms, like earthquakes and things like that, causing the ground to shake, and where it's going to be causing the gods and their fury and all that kind of stuff. So that's why it's always interesting. But there you go. I mean, there's the lore behind the Pandora's box itself. I did actually mention about how the Pandora box was originally passed down by the gods. Do not open the Pandora box. And like the thing is, like when you pass someone down like a box, right? Someone's gonna open, right? Like there's gonna be like someone's gonna open the box and be like, and that's gonna be like everyone's like if you hand something and you say don't open it, it's like you don't open it. It's like almost like someone wants to press the button. Like if you see a red button, you don't press the red button, and then the person like this, and then someone who's like dumb enough, just like, oh, I'm gonna press the button. Boop. And like, who hands you something so powerful, and then they just like opens it? That's like, I don't understand. Like, people just like come on. This doesn't make sense. Do not open the. If you just don't hand them something that's like that might cause chaos and things like that. So, yeah. Now as for, I'm really hoping what we're gonna see. Like, maybe we'll be able to finally get unique bosses in Fortnite. Maybe, because we never actually get like special bosses. A lot of times when we get bosses, normally they will be holding a gun or something like that, like, or like a bow. Like if you remember the Raz, he was holding like a crystal and such forth. Now with new bosses that are in Chapter 5, when they go down low health, they kind of dance and so forth. So I was thinking like, if like say if the boss kind of, if you attack a boss, maybe it'll just like maybe you'll have to hit a special target or like some kind of like shield, like maybe you can only take their like health down, but then when they take their health down, or maybe there'll be like a second phase or such for it, you might have to destroy one of the towers or something that would, like, if you remember the Herald, how she had like, she kind of been in like a some kind of ball and so forth, and it was like really interesting. And then you have to you have to destroy the wolves. So it was kind of like that, where you have to destroy like certain like things. What would be really interesting is that I was kind of like thinking like, how, because nowadays, like with all these like, when I fight against a boss, right, it just doesn't feel as unique as like when you fight a raid boss itself. Like when you fight a raid boss, it feels more like when you fight like any boss itself. It has to be like you're giving yourself a challenge. It does, like in Fortnite, it doesn't feel like a challenge. It just feels like everyone's like pew 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 pew, shoot a gun, pew, 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 and he's dead, done, and then he regenerates. Do the same thing. Go again, dead, right? Like, I don't know what Fortnite could do like to make it more interesting for the actual character itself. If I'm gonna be honest, the best scenario to make a boss really unique is, instead of like, maybe there's like a zone, like in the actual zone, you can't, when you enter the zone, you can't do a certain thing. So for example, you can't have guns or such forth, right? So you enter the zone and all your guns disappeared. Instead, you're with your wits and your magic, or some kind of magic or something like that. Same with like other bosses. So every time when you enter a boss, when you defeat the boss, then you can leave and all your guns come back. So it's basically like, kind of like in zero build kind of thing, where all our builds would be disappearing, but we wouldn't be able to build anything. So it's basically kind of like that kind of thing, but with, instead of having your builds disappearing, have your guns all disappear. And like maybe you have like, but instead of having the builds all disappearing, so like guns, and maybe there's like a zone where you have to use like your special, like some kind of power to defeat the boss itself. So it doesn't feel like you're actually like, take for example the Storm King, when he shoots out lightning, right? You have to hit a specific target on his like chest, his shoulder blade, or something like that. But more like where you're fighting Zeus, for example. Like he has shoot down electricity and he goes zap everyone else. And he does like a giant, like he shoots like he shoots his power of lightning. It's like something like that. That would be really cool. And then if you take a look at Ares, like for example Hades, right? Hades will have the power of the fire, and he shoots a giant like volcano where the earth shakes and causes like a big Magnus belts, and it just like turns the whole thing, and it's just like, something like something to make it a little bit more interesting, and maybe like have the bosses to have more increased power itself. Take for example Doctor Doom when he had like only his gauntlets to shoot it, and like all of those Marvel characters had like different abilities and such. Take for example Wolverine. He only had like things like Razorkai, and you would run down to you like insane, and you can even regenerate health, and you would just run at you and just like and spin around. Similar to that, where like the boss would feel unique, but also not like you don't want a boss to feel like super weak, but you also want to make sure the boss feels strong at the same time. So that's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, and of course I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.